See, like I always told you, you could have went anywhere. But hold up. See what happened when you could beat the clock because you on point? What's good, everybody? Hope y'all having a fantastic Sunday out there. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Like I always told you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. What y'all got going on this morning? Y'all was at the club last night, still got a little hungover from Valentine's Day the other day? I'm sure that's probably the case right now, huh? Well, guess what? It's Sunday. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's my time. It's the bottom line. So let's do it. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? But y'all know what we got to do first. Can't skip the tradition that we always do, which is what? That's right. Yeah. Got to wake up those pores, wake up those pores, wake up that face, shake it off, and yeah, breathe out and be thankful for another day. And the fact that we able to come here today and come to the bottom line, see what type of topics that we got in line, lined up, and do what we do. Hope everybody's having a good day. And like I always tell you, when you chime in and say good morning, if you're going to say good morning, let me know where you're chiming in from. I like to know where y'all chiming in from. This way, I'm able to get content from where you at. This way, we can have a great dialogue and be able to talk about details of where you at. So it's your boy Bugatti NYC. Glad that you guys are up. I see we already got some people in the building. What's up, VIP Auction Group? Always on point and always on time. We got Betty Lynn, and she's good morning. And Detroit is always doing their thing. That's the 8 miles over there, 7 miles, 6 miles. Y'all already know what it is. Don't play around in Detroit. They don't play out there. I can't wait to come out and finally visit Detroit one time and y'all take me around to some select spots where I can get some good food and some good culture. Y'all can just put me on. And when y'all come to New York, I do the same thing for y'all. But I ain't gonna take you to Times Square because that's all traditional stuff. I'm gonna take you to the hood. Anyway, you guys, how everybody doing? VIP Auction Group from St. Louis, Missouri. One of my best friends, Big Gene Deal from St. Louis, Missouri. So you know I got to come out there soon. And when I do that, I'm going to set something up. We probably all can just hang out together. Why not? Why not have a drink, chill out, shoot the crap like we always do on the show. Anyway, back to the show. I don't want to get out of pocket. You know, we got to keep it going. We got to stay in tune. We got follow-ups. We got a lot of stuff going on. And this today, we're going to test our smarts with the bottom line because there's so much going on out there, so much smoke screens, so much back and forth that we really have to be smart. And again, get all of the information and figure out how we're going to move forward. Everybody here, hope everybody's doing good. That's right. That would be lit. Hope you guys like the shirt. Yes, this is the established in 23. That's the screen printer right there because that's my homeboy and he holds it down. And that's the big drip. And it still look fly, don't it? And we got the drip right up under the sleeve. You're not going to get that because that's my personal patch. I put that on my stuff like Laverne. Remember Laverne and Shirley? Yeah, that's my personal patch. I got that from her, believe it or not. To Neil, Survivor, Hawkins Stud Incorporated. Yeah, believe it or not, I used to watch Laverne and Shirley. And of course, I got the QR code on the back just in case anybody wants to go ahead and pick this up off the website. But now that I'm facing the header, I think that we need to do what? Let's get into it. What we got up here right now, Elon or Trump? We're going to say this nice and clear. Elon or Trump? Who is the true president? I'm saying this right now because, like the first line says, questions are asked as to who is really controlling the US. We've got a lot of pushback from the other side, guys. Let's be honest. I'm hearing some of the most craziest things that I've ever heard in my life, especially being able to have forum here on the bottom line because we have so much access to the comments. Therefore, so many people have been given their dialogue, and some of the stuff that they've been saying, I got to be honest with you, is rather questionable. Like slavery's coming back. What are you going to do when he does this? What happens when this happens? You got to understand something. Just because Trump is the president does not mean that he fully runs the country like it's a tyranny. We're not in China. We're not in the country like that. We still have checks and balances that he has to go through. So please don't let the people say, don't let what certain people are saying give you guys smoke screens that you're going to get caught in. Don't get caught in the rabbit holes. We're too smart. We get out those rabbit holes and we keep it moving. Now, to keep the line going when it comes down to the thumbnail, what's the next line that we have coming up here? The Trump administration policies at center of attention. Yes, they got a whole lot going on with the header today because why? We're talking policy. We're talking the new administration, and we're only 28 days into the new administration, and we got all types of chaos going on. We got people quitting. We got indictments going on. The next thumbnail might just have Gotham City up there, and I might have everybody in their character, because that's what I'm really leading to moving forward. And you guys sort of saw the origination of it with all of these characters actually developing right in front of us. Then we also have another situation where newly sworn in agriculture director on how she plans to fix the egg prices. Bugatti, go ahead and say it. I'm probably vegan myself, but you guys probably love eggs. I love the smell of eggs. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I don't smell a burger and eat a salad. That's how I'm able to continue to be who I am and be vegan. It's just my preference. But you guys, I know for a fact that y'all like those eggs. Y'all like them sunny side up. Y'all like them scrambled. Y'all like them all kinds of ways. You like them on your French toast. You just like a good cooked egg. I know you do. And it's a shame for what we're dealing with right now because we hungry already and we want to eat. We want to eat some good eggs. So yes, we have a top of the line story trying to figure out what's going on with those eggs. You guys do me a favor, keep on smashing that like button to let people know that we up in here. I want you guys to see something that's going on right now, something that's beautiful. Because if you can remember, the deadline was yesterday. Trump gave Hamas till yesterday to give back those hostages, right? I want to remember and I want to talk to you guys before we go into the clip because there's certain things that he said. The reason why they're probably not giving back all of the hostages, probably because some of them are probably so far sick and hurt that they don't want to be seen that way. So I want you guys to see the clip of what I don't know if it's the remaining hostages that are coming home, but these are a lot of hostages and they didn't even really show them. They just showed the helicopters coming in. And of course, everybody said, where's the rest of them? Why aren't they showing them? This is very important to us because remember, yesterday, 12 o'clock. Today's Sunday, it's New York. It's Sunday now. He said yesterday by 12 o'clock, if those hostages weren't released, all hell was going to break loose. So here we go, guys. These are them helicopters coming in. As you can see, this is a helicopter carrying the released Israel hostages at Sheba Hospital into Tel Aviv. So they're bringing them into Tel Aviv. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know how much capacity these helicopters can hold, but it doesn't seem like all of the hostages are in these helicopters, guys. And like everybody in these comments or this clip right here actually saying, where's the rest of them? Like, where's the rest of the hostages at? You know, we want them all. We don't care. We appreciate this. This is beautiful. Thank God. And I'm so glad that they're able to get home to their families. There was so much going on yesterday where people were chanting and looking up at the screen to see if their loved ones were going to come home, were in that list, in that group of people. So just for that, I'm so excited for that. But we really need to get down to the bottom of a certain couple of things right here, which I want you guys to pay attention to. When they land right here, you're also going to see them cover everything up at the end. So you can't see the people that are getting off. They're covering it with some sort of blockage. And as they know that cameras are out there and they're being viewed by the rest of the world. See this right here? If you guys can look right here, you're going to see all of them are holding up a board, like boards. And then it has like some sort of, I don't know what's next to it, but something maybe to transport the hostages somewhere else. One thing about that is even if it's medical, whatever the case may be, they're not walking off. We don't visually see them as we saw the last hostages. And remember what Trump said. These might be the worst of the worst hostages. As to why, they're being released to a Tel Aviv hospital and not just going home to their loved ones. Remember one lady, her hand was, remember now, don't forget this stuff. We talked about this and we had this yesterday.
المصورين الذين جاءوا لتغطية الحدث لذلك كان من المهم أن يحافظوا على حريتهم.
So as you guys can see, you know, there's still stuff going on. This is a busy road. They got people going back and forth, security and all of that. But at the end of the day, they still have that board up over there. Where like 3 people are holding it up. Now you're going to zoom in.
إذا لا أعلم إذا كنتم تسمعون ذلك هتافات أيضا.
Yeah, we happy, but where they at?
صحيح غالية. طبعا في هذه اللحظات تصل السيارة.
You see the reporters are there, so they know that those reporters are there, so they don't basically want people to see how probably emaciated they are, how they're sick. They might even be getting off in gurneys and stuff like that in wheelchairs. I don't know. But we don't know the conditions of the hostages. All we know is that some of them were released yesterday to a Tel Aviv hospital. That's all we know. Good news though, guys. This is phenomenal news. These people are getting to go back home to their families. This is beautiful right here. Prayers up, everybody. Bill Andy, very good. Point, very good. Cost of living is off the roof. Yes, it is. Good luck with the new Constitution. And hell, we got Jack, President Elon, really causing us all these issues, huh?
Can't decide between a slasher or vintage.
So let me ask you guys a question. Somebody said what I wanted to hear because they stayed on point, and I appreciate you for that. That person that stayed on topic, I really appreciate you for that because you said something, and it's not just a gloat for me. You said good point. You said good point. Very good point. Very good. That's right. Why aren't they showing them? Why are they blocking the back of the helicopters? And why aren't they able to like make some sort of it was rough. Like where are the news people that maybe be able to interview them? If there was fine and nothing was wrong with them, it would be no coverage like that. They wouldn't be hiding anything. So I want to make sure that we paying attention over here. We have to pay attention. We're not going to get caught up in the hoopla and all of the crap that they're trying to tell us. So that's one thing. And now another person I seen you in the comments say, where are the rest of them? Because of course we know that there are many more of them. That's probably what he's going to be asking. Because again, he said, whatever y'all want to do, that's fine. But I have my own bottom line. Trump said, I got my own bottom line. Those hostages are not released. He said all of them. Am I lying, y'all? Didn't he say all of them by 12 o'clock? So yeah, that was good. And we're going to thank God for the simple fact that they're able to be released. And we're going to pray for them that they're able to get back into society because Lord knows what they were going through. They're probably going to need therapy. They're going to probably need all sorts of help down the line. And those are the people that need some money and stimulus and take it away from them, what you call them, immigrants or whatever like that, illegal migrants. Now, you guys, let me ask you a question. What's for breakfast? I mean, it's breakfast time. 6:13. What y'all want to eat for breakfast? Oatmeal? What y'all want, some sausage? Or do y'all want some eggs? Because in New York, they're selling eggs in a bag for like $1.50. This has not made the news yet, but in my corner store, you can go buy one egg in a plastic bag like you making a deal. Yo, let me get an egg, son, for $1.50. I'd hate to laugh because I know I'm wrong because it's about the economy. But what I can do here is at least give you guys some hope and some information on what restaurants are doing and what our new head of agriculture plans on doing. So right now we're going to get into the extreme prices that New York restaurants, they're losing thousands over this. Now we're going to talk about the money that's being lost over eggs. Eggs right now, guys. And it's like every one of us, can't even front. All of us have eaten the egg. We know the delicious taste of it. I don't care if I'm vegan. We're missing that taste right now. We're really missing that right now. So
search for Taylor Brands to get that LLC next to your business name. Just go to their site, enter your LLC state,
All right, so we
add
gotta
your
let
business
this play.
name,
I'm
answer
sorry.
a few questions, and that's it. Now your business has tax today.
Oh man, they violating. So hold on a minute, guys. Let me get this to you guys right here. Here we go.
These are websites that
We're
feel
gonna let
illegal
this
to
rock
know.
because they was
Accenture
trying
has
to
just released the
run a
world's first AI
long
employees
commercial
who
there.
get the
We
job
can't
done
let the
even
whole
while
long
they're
one
asleep.
play. I can't do
You
that
just
for
feed them
y'all.
your business.
We got to get
The
to this.
New York Deli, a 50-year-old institution in Houston, Texas, says they are currently losing $10,000 to $12,000 a month due to these high prices. Co-owners Michael Saigon and Rihanna Sherman join me right now. Michael and Rihanna, thanks so much for being here. Says they are currently losing $10,000 to $12,000 a month due to these high prices. Co-owners Michael Saigon and Rihanna Sherman join me right now. Michael and Rihanna, thanks so much for being here. How would you assess the price of eggs right now?
So, right before COVID, we were paying on average about $30, $35 a case. Right now, we're paying upwards of $130 a case, which is not sustainable. In the restaurant business, usually, inventory will go up, but it goes right back down. And we're not seeing any decrease in pricing.
So the price went from $30 to $130. Pay attention, y'all. I'm talking about, I went to a restaurant yesterday. I saw a man eating 2 eggs, 1 slice of bacon, and like some toast. It was like $8.90 he had to pay for that. That's crazy.
Only seeing it go up $4 or $5 a case week over week.
In New York,
So,
yes.
Rihanna, is the majority of your money now being spent on eggs?
It really is. A good chunk of our money is being spent on eggs right now. And, a lot of establishments, a lot of restaurants have been increasing their price of eggs. As you mentioned, we are a 50-year-old establishment in Houston, and we have a lot of elderly customers. We have a lot of multi-generational customers. So we are not at that point yet in raising our prices. However, as Michael mentioned, this is not sustainable. And we've heard rumors that it could go on throughout the course of this entire year. If that's the case, we may have to reassess.
So Michael, what kind of an increase are you considering? I mean, you haven't raised prices yet, but you're trying to be sensitive to the clientele. What are you going to do?
So we're staying tight right now. We are not planning to raise prices. We're a small business. A lot of our clientele are loyal, coming to us for generations. And, we don't want to spike the price, for a local business like ourselves. We got through COVID. Now we're dealing with inflation. Now we're dealing with eggflation, AKA the bird flu. And we don't know what's going to happen with tariffs. Prices could go.
Yeah, that's true now. Now, if we start having to import these eggs, it's going to be even more. I'm telling you guys right now. Now, you guys are right about that when y'all told me, what about the eggs? What about the eggs? It's getting crazy out here, huh? And eggs are in almost everything that we eat. Our baked goods, our cakes, all of our, a lot of food has eggs in it to keep it together. So, eggs keep everything together, man. So yeah, what are we gonna do about these prices? They said there's certain things. They said they're losing from $10,000 to $12,000 a month over just eggs. And restaurants have very small margins when it comes down to profits. Once they start losing profits, it starts to go into manpower, and then the owner winds up having to take on that time because they have to let people go, especially in restaurants. A friend of mine had a restaurant. When his business started to suffer, the first people that had to go was employees, and they just had to start working even longer. Sad situation right here. But again, what is our new head of agriculture have planned for us? We need to know. This is our new Secretary of Agriculture, and she's going to tell us what they're planning on doing with major reform to the USDA.
Old friend of mine, Madam Secretary Brooke Rollins, welcome.
Larry Kudlow, what a joy to be here with you at our old home, frankly.
Yes, right. Here we are again. Terrific stuff. Congratulations on your confirmation and so forth. Brooke, I want to start off, people waking up in the morning having some bacon and eggs for breakfast. Eggs here at over $9 a dozen. They used to be under $3. If you have a nice breakfast in the morning, you could practically go bankrupt. Is there something you can do as the Agriculture Secretary?
Well, first of all, Larry, what a joy to be on with you, and what an amazing opportunity, right? That President Trump, I know you and I both have worked alongside him. We've worked for him for many years at this point. So for me to have this just huge blessing to be part of this team, Larry, to continue to work.
Now, before she gets into her answer, I hate to do this. Do me a favor, because I know you appreciate the way I brought that one story to show the prices and then the answer, because we do the research all day. I don't even do nothing no more. So all I'm asking you guys to do, double tap that screen so we can get them likes up, man. I really appreciate that. I'm not going to ask for nothing else. You don't got to worry about the coffee, because I got coffee in the kitchen. You don't got to worry about nothing else. But do me that favor, y'all, so we can let them know that we over here and we kicking butt and your boy Bugatti got it rocking. What happens is a lot of people start to come over. You're going to start seeing it in the comments. Yo, what's going on over here? And then everybody starts to get the information out and my channel gets better. Why people don't tell y'all that in the beginning when they keep on asking y'all for likes, I don't know. I'm going to tell you the truth. I need y'all to hit that like button, because when it's over and you see like 80 to 100 something likes, you get big numbers. I want to stay where I'm at. So let's keep those numbers up, y'all. All I'm asking for, double tap that screen so we can keep them likes up, and I won't stop the video. But also I want y'all to do me a favor. Please stay on contact with what we're talking about. So when I come back, we can have a dialogue. Once you start talking amongst each other, it starts going, it gets a little crazy. So do me that favor, y'all. Let's go.
Alongside you and others to save the country now in a different platform and a different perspective is just one of my greatest blessings. As far as it goes, the president was very, very clear in his top priorities: securing the border, no new wars. But one of his top ones was grocery prices. I mean, we heard him say this for the last year or so as he was campaigning. It clearly continues to be a very significant issue. I, as the mom of 4 growing teenagers, especially can understand this cost of groceries. So I have been less than 24 hours on the job, but we've already done several briefings on the avian flu, how that has affected the cost of eggs. But really, Larry, this goes back before that. In the Biden administration, with the regulations and all the rules and the...
I need this to be stated. This is the new Secretary of Agriculture. He's telling you that this stuff started back in Biden's administration. I'm so tired of people, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this. He inherited this situation, just like other presidents inherit other situations. Bottom line, you can't just blame him. He only been here for 20-something days. You sound like Biden and Kamala the whole time that they were running for office again, when they were acting like they were running for new office, when they were in office. They did this. Look at the facts. We're talking to the head of agriculture right now. She's talking about the disease, the reason we had to exterminate a lot of the birds. Sorry to say, we had to shut down in New York State. I think it was over 30 or 40 poultry and meat places, because they had to figure out what was going on with the birds. And it's not Trump's fault. Try to blame the man for everything. If it rained, damn it, Trump. Man, that car just hit me, almost hit me. Damn, Trump, he ain't got nothing to do with it, but blame it on him, right?
Cost of inputs and the decrease in exports for our ag community has certainly had a massive impact as well.
Yeah, well, I think the Bidens missed the whole story, and they had no plans for the avian flu and the impact on eggs or whatever else. And now the question is, is there a way to stomp out the flu? Do you work with Health Secretary Kennedy? I don't know. How does that work?
Yeah, well, Bobby and I, amazingly enough, both got confirmed yesterday, one right after the other. He went first, I went second.
So somebody said the country was running better when it was under George Soros. Young Neb said everything was affordable. That's what he said. And then you got O.M. Kara said President Elon. We got another thing with S. Moore that said egg prices are still $10 a dozen. S. Moore basically like, I don't want to hear nothing. Bring them prices down. Get them chickens to cracking them eggs, because I'm hungry. S. Moore's not playing out here. She don't care. Oh, so now and what you got, flowers in their hair? I paid $5.15 yesterday at Publix for a dozen. Damn, girl, you better get them eggs and hit the corner. You better get you about 10 or 12 dozens of them joints and come over here where I'm at in New York, because they damn near $12. It's $9.99 for a dozen in Michigan, much more if you get free range. Young Nab said, wait, so Obama's economy didn't go? Flowers in the hair, the cheap eggs, not the nice ones. Oh, okay. I pay less than $4. So yeah, what are you talking about with these prices though? Is it the chicken or the egg? What are we gonna do, y'all? That's what we want to know, right? Tell the truth. We don't want to hear none of this smoke. S. Moore, they said they want to know about the eggs. Forget all the talking. What we doing?
And he and I have already begun to discuss, he's so focused on chronic disease and getting America healthy again. But this is part of that. To your point, Larry, he and I have not discussed this issue yet, but I've got a call with him later today. We'll be talking this weekend, want to ensure that we're all on the same page moving forward. There are countries that don't have the same kind of cases of avian flu like we do in America. What are they doing? What are their best practices? How do we model that? And
we at the beginning of the research right now. Let's be honest. She said we gonna talk about it. She ain't got no answer. I gotta keep it 100 with y'all because we gotta know what's up. That means we in for the long haul with the eggs. Right here, she answered that question with disdain, like she doesn't really have an answer for us. Check it out. She don't got no answer for us.
That we're all on the same page moving forward. There are countries getting America healthy again, and he and I have already begun to discuss. He's so focused on chronic disease and getting America healthy again. But this is part of that. To your point, Larry, he and I have not discussed this issue yet.
Right.
But I've got a call with him later today. We'll be talking this weekend. Want to ensure that we're all on the same.
I'm sorry that I'm bottom line. I got the information that I need. Larry, good looking. Thank you. You need to go ahead and get on what you got to get on because you're not on point right now because you ain't got no information for us. We don't need to hear about y'all, how y'all went to school and all of that working out. No, we want to know about the eggs. S. Moore want to know what's up with them damn eggs. Bottom line. That's what we here for. So yeah, like I told you, what we got over here? VIP auction group. Chickens typically start laying eggs between 15 and 25 weeks of age. Within the average around 18 weeks. Tabitha dying over there. Tabitha like, what the hell this fool doing? Squints, Beard Child, they are renewable resources. Why are you stressing? You talking about them eggs? Come on, Squints, put us on. Because I got you. Somebody else just gave us some weeks to know how long it take us to get them eggs. What you talking about, Squints? Put us on. We want to know. Adventures Van Life. The only people hating Trump are also hating God. Ecclesiastics 10:2. Bill Andy, things will change when summer and the weather changes as well. I think you're right, Bill Andy. Betty Lynn, egg prices won't go down until spring next year. I think you might be right too. Y'all are some smart people, and I'm not just trying to, I ain't what they call it, trying to shine on y'all or whatever. But again, I come here to get answers as well, because I don't know everything. I be messing up all the time. I'm not perfect. But when people like that, when we go back and forth with the dialogue, it just makes us even better. Now, we off them eggs, but we still got some robbery to talk about. It kind of floats around right here because I see some people that's really into this title right here. Who? Yeah, we want to know who's really running the country. We got all types of money being pulled back from over here. Remember that money they sent to the migrants in New York? $80 million, like $56 to $80 million. Well, the politicians in New York are calling it highway robbery because Elon Musk and Trump, they yanked those billions back and they put it into their account because that $80 million was supposed to go to other, they're saying that parts of the 80 million were supposed to go to other parts of things for the city. I don't know exactly how that's breaking down, but they could be doing it. If you really want to hear me out on this, Trump and Elon could be doing this as it doesn't matter. It's federal funding. We're holding everything back until you play ball. That ain't cool if that's what's going on. I want you guys to see this. And again, bipartisan over here. I like certain policies for certain people. I like what everybody does. But no, I do not have a preference. I prefer life. I prefer us making it up out of the
Let me tell you, it's easier than you think.
I want us to make it. That's my
I'd like to believe that what we do at MSRL is different from everybody else. We try to buy the very best of the best.
My bottom line
there
is
are
us making
101 ways that you could get clients for your agency, coaching, or consulting business. But
the fuck?
Did you know they could do that? Never. I said, has this ever happened? The question, where does a city keep all of its money? The answer is, just like everyone else, they keep it in a bank. The biggest city in the country, New York City, has accounts at a regular bank. And on Wednesday morning, when officials checked the balances, they noticed that $80 million was missing. For a time, it wasn't clear where it went or who took it. And then yesterday afternoon, there was a break in the case, a confession from President Donald Trump's Secretary of Homeland Security. Kristi Noem tweeting, quote, "I have clawed back the full payment that FEMA deep state activists unilaterally gave to New York migrant hotels." That's MAGA speak for, I took New York's money.
Let's be clear, this is highway robbery.
The city's controller calling out the federal government for snatching millions of dollars right from New York City's bank accounts, FEMA funds to provide services for migrants, including shelters like at the Roosevelt Hotel.
Okay, let's get into it. Let me ask you guys, you feeling like me, like, got him? You feeling like that? Or you feeling like, how dare they take those funds from those migrants? They needed that money. What are they gonna do? Take your ass home. That's what you need to do. Go. Anyway, so what do you guys feel about what you just saw just now with the fact that they just took back $80 million from the migrants, you guys? Do you have some sort of solace? You feel like pain in your heart about this? Tell me how you feel about them taking the $80 million back. Please let me know, guys. McCranky is dying laughing, and I'm laughing under here trying to not laugh loud. Bill Andy said, this is why I like you, Bill. You're the fucking man. Bill Andy said, we have disabled veterans living on the street. Start handing them the money. Fuck with y'all, man. I rock with y'all. I rock with y'all for real. Stephon Jr. Gill, Joe Biden got that cash in Ukraine. You must have saw the other episode when I said when Joe Biden walked up to Vladimir, the other one, he said to him, I'm gonna give you that money. You got my wire transfer information, right? Because you know I ain't gonna be here. You know, when all that money come through, you got my wire? Okay, cool, because I can still do what I gotta do now. Just make sure I get that bread. Come on, we're not stupid. Thank you. You smart. It's a person right here that's smart. Sherlon Jr. Gill, you're a very smart person. Yaz Chow, I think is great. Jason Tubeville, look up the name Luke Ferrario. Still Black Jesus. Go home, brothers and sisters. It's not that bad. Build your great homes up. VIP Auction Group said, give it to our seniors and veterans. Rory is over there dying laughing. Do me a favor, y'all. Double tap that screen if you appreciate the content. Come on, we only got 33 likes in here. Y'all don't like me? Come on now. Double tap that screen. I appreciate that, y'all. Give me a fist bump to make it feel like we're doing something. Boo boo. Come on now. Double tap that screen. I'm gonna play the rest of this video, but I need those likes to go up so that we let people know that we over here. If y'all appreciate the content that we got going on and all of the crazy antics. Because I ain't even gonna lie to you. This is like real energy coming from me towards this situation. Like I said, this is how my mother used to talk to us when she get mad and she don't want to hit you. She keep her teeth together like this, and you know she not playing. Boy, if you don't get your ass in that room, I'm gonna tear your ass up. That's when you know you don't take your ass in that room and clean up or sit down or be quiet. The next thing is this. I'm talking about 5 of them at one time. Like, see, what? It's not a game. My mother, see these hands? I ain't get them from my daddy. I got them from my mama. Yeah, these big hands came from Diana Crawford, not Maxie. Trust me.
This is the newest lawless gambit by Trump and his unelected co-president, Elon Musk, an attempt to basically detonate constitutional governance from within. By doing 2 things both men have a lot of practice at: reneging on contracts, refusing to pay people who perform services for them. So the whole thing starts, as so many of these stories do, with a tweet from Musk. Early Monday morning, the world's richest man tweeted that the Doge team just discovered that FEMA sent $59 million last week to luxury hotels in New York City to house illegal migrants. Sending this money violated the law and is in gross insubordination to the president's executive order. That money is meant for American disaster relief. Instead is being spent on high-end hotels for illegals. You'll not be surprised to hear almost all of that's complete bunk, as city officials were quick to point out. The $59 million Musk is talking about was part of the larger $80 million outlay of the city. Only a fraction of it was used to house migrants, and not a single penny of it came at the expense of any disaster relief. In fact, the payment was issued through a grant from the Shelter and Services Program, a separate part of the government budget, but it's administered by FEMA and initiated by Congress in 2023 to issue grants to cities and organizations providing services to migrants who've been released from federal custody after crossing the border. That is to say, money appropriated by a vote in Congress, both houses, approved by President Joe Biden, right? To how?
Boom, that's the problem right there. You ready? See, when you pay attention to words, you said approved by Joe Biden. Again, you got, I don't like you, Joe. Trump, and Joe like, I don't like you, Trump. Right. So all your policies that's coming in, we get rid of that. The same way he did the same thing to Trump. The reason these guys have been tit for tat the whole presidency, even till the end, when President when Joe Biden at the time took away and stripped Trump's access to information, which is why Trump just took away his security and access. They're going back and forth. So with him right here trying to pick and nitpick, this is when I do call out reporters, because I do not like y'all getting direct crap from people like this. I'm going to call him out because he's BSing right now and giving his own opinions on stuff. That's not the truth, buddy. The bottom line is it's Biden's administration information. Anything that came through Biden, number one, they want to shut it down. Number two, 3 sentences back, you said the money was allocated for migrants. They're shutting down everything migrant. Bottom line. Let's go back to it if you guys don't think I know what I'm talking about, because I'll pay attention. Let's go.
$80 million outlay to the city. Only a fraction of it was used to house migrants, and not a single penny of it came at the expense of any disaster relief. In fact, the payment was issued through a grant from the Shelter and Services Program, a separate part of the government budget. But it's
First of all, that's wrong. Shelter and Budget Company, why they not giving that money to people in the shelters? That's in the city. I'm stupid though, right? Keep it going.
Administered by FEMA and initiated by Congress in 2023 to issue grants to cities and organizations providing services to migrants.
Providing services to who? Migrants. That's 2. And now number 3 with the maraschino cherry on top. The maraschino cherry is the one that got that nice juicy syrup on it. You put it right on top and let that little drizzle go down. This is the maraschino right here, y'all. Biden.
Who've been released from federal custody after crossing the border. That is to say, money appropriated by a vote in Congress, both houses, approved by President Joe Biden, right?
There you go.
House legal migrants during an upswing in immigration in the United States.
There you go.
It was not to house them in luxury, also, as you might imagine. It was to convert an old Manhattan hotel.
So how come the old homeless people downtown in the city don't get a chance to stay at the Row Hotel? They probably never even seen what the inside of one of those hotels look like. Why am I being so vocal? Why am I being so anti? Because my dad was a weapons specialist in the Army. And when he died of Agent Orange, and they didn't take care of him the right way, took care of him wrong. My pops wound up on the street. When you get Agent Orange, it makes your brain deteriorate and you go back into the stages where you feel like you're a child again. You never want to see anybody treated like that or ever go through anything like that. So I'm not pro-immigrant when they not giving bro nothing. Never got none of my pop's bread, none of that. So I'm not hearing none of this. I want the veterans to get this money or the homeless people that need to get it first, American citizens. If I can't get it, I want them to get it.
Hotel into a kind of modern day Ellis Island where migrants were processed, given a health check, and offered temporary shelter and help.
Migrants are connected to a case manager who will help them decide next steps if they want to connect with family or friends in a different.
But you just said none of this money is going to be allocated to migrants. And this look like a whole program. This look like somebody sitting there that's working. That means she getting paid to administer all of this stuff. Why can't this be homeless people? All I'm asking. Do me a favor, y'all. What y'all think about this situation right here? I need to know. Charity starts at home. VIP auction group. That's why you here, bro. Appreciate you. Charlie, Republic's tax purposes. Okay, no, you're talking to somebody else. Daniel, thank you. Paulin, okay, you're talking about something else. Nobody, okay, da-da-da. Absolutely the strongest truth I've heard all morning. Thank you for saying that about veterans. Bill, Andy, you will always get that from me. I love my pops and I love you guys, and I want to thank him, every veteran that ever served for this country. Elon doesn't need anything. He's the richest man in the world. Why doesn't he gain? What does he gain from helping? Okay, VIP auction group, I got to get on you about that because you're right about that. And I want to double up on what you're saying because of the simple fact is we got billionaires that were willing to quit their jobs for a while in order to come and do this. And we've already heard about that. We've got people that basically felt like they needed to get back into government that were never in government because we need help. I'm damn near ready to go. I'm ready to put a suit on and take Kathy Hochul's job. I'm trying to get this channel up so big that y'all be like, yo, Bugatti, go ahead and be the governor. Go ahead and be the governor. Because you know what? We're going to really run it. And we're going to really have some law and order out here. And we're going to start punching some people in the face. What Mike Tyson said, everybody got a lot of mouth until they get hit in the mouth. Everybody talk a lot until they get punched in the mouth, right? Start punching people in the mouth. Or you want to get on over there. You got a problem? Nice stiff ones. Oh, this guy's crazy. What's wrong with him? Yeah, we got the fist crew. We don't play that. When it comes down to doing wrong, we busting butt. Lock us up. We don't care. We got money for lawyers. Let's do it. We taking it back to this man stuff because we tired of being disrespected. We're tired of being looked over. I know I am. It's real talk. You got to start getting physical out here. I'm telling you, I walked by the Row Hotel one time because I used to work on 30th Street. I seen these migrants making fun of, oh, look at all the money we getting. They had Jordans on and all of this stuff, laughing at people talking about, oh, y'all don't want to work. We're going to take the jobs. Y'all have no idea what I've seen and what I've been around. Y'all have no idea what these people are doing. So I don't have no remorse for them. When I see them doing the walk, coming over and doing all of that, I look at that as disrespect. And I understand that your country, you might have it bad, but what you're about to do is something illegal to get here. And you're going to take away resources from our people. And I can't have that no more because we can't even handle it. Giving all the money to Ukraine, all the money overseas. None of our people have no bread. We don't even have eggs. We can't even get eggs, but we can send billions of dollars to Ukraine for some military weapons. Please make it make sense.
States, the city will help them get there. If they need a shelter bed, the city will then assign them to a shelter site and help them get started on filing their asylum papers.
When migrants do get a place to sleep, the city comptroller says they observe the federal program's cap on hotel and shelter prices. That cap is currently $12.50 a night. Yes.
Why can't it be 12? You trying to say, oh, it's $12.50 a night. And let me spin it. Since y'all like to spin, let me show you spin. Why can't it be $12.50 a night for a homeless veteran? This is what I'm saying, bro. Appreciate what you did, your information, because again, like I tell you guys, and I'm showing you as I do it, I don't like him. I don't like what he's spewing, but the information that he's given is true because the money was taken and it actually happened. Now I go investigate into what's happening about it to really find out what's going on instead of worrying about the network that he on and worrying about the messenger. Some of the message might be good. We take the message and then we figure out what we're going to do with it later. And when we're going to go over here, listen to this person, go do some research over here, then figure out, because we're all smart. We've got our own brains to determine what's going on. And we're going to keep it on this topic because again, a lot of people right now are talking about who's running the country. Is it Elon or is it Trump? It's got a lot of influence. Shutting down budgets. You just saw when they pulled back all of this money just now for what's going on with the hotels in New York. So what do you guys think about that? John, get him, my man. VIP, Elon doesn't need anything. Okay, I see. Let me scroll down some more. Hope you guys appreciate the content. We got 284 in the building. Let's double tap that screen and get that up to 80. Come on, y'all. Do me that favor. 284, we can get that up to 80. Do me that favor, y'all. Come on, let's double tap that. This is a rough morning y'all having right here, boy. It's real hard to tap that screen. Come on now. Come on. Do me that favor, y'all. Because I got some heat coming up right now. Because somebody might be in trouble. And Tom Homan, he already said, if you're a government official or if you do anything to try to help harbor or do anything against the laws of the Fed, you can be prosecuted. And we will also criminally prosecute you. So now, guess who stepped out and decided she wanted to help the migrants? That's right, you guys. You heard about what AOC did? Because she's in hot water right now. Because she made a webinar about how migrants can evade ICE. Check this out. She's literally making webinars, telling them what to do, how to get away, all this stuff. Check this out, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this. Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Comes to your backyard.
You know what you're capable of, but you're unfocused.
So now she's telling them how to get away.
When one of these things comes to your backyard, you can resist. And what that happens over millions of people is that you generate enough friction that they cannot go as fast as they want to go. Make sure that you are slowing down this system.
AOC's office advising migrants on how to avoid deportations. That was a live webinar. Trump border czar Tom Homan now issuing a warning to AOC.
I sent an email today to the Deputy Attorney General. At what level is that impediment? Is that impeding our law enforcement efforts? If so, what are we going to do about it? Is she crossing the line? So I'm working with the Department of Justice and finding out Where is that line that they cross? So maybe AOC is going to be in trouble now. Sanctuary cities, they want to step aside. Step aside. We're coming. We're going to do it for you. If you don't want to make your community safer, President Trump's going to.
Congressman Carlos Jimenez from House Homeland Security joins me now.
This right here shows how not smart it was for AOC to do that. I'm talking about we got some legal eagles out here that's like, she really just did that? Made a webinar. Big shout out to the 5. Somebody got me on the coffee this morning. Yo, Jay, good looking on the coffee, Jay. Y'all talking about Trump causing egg prices to rise. Forgot the real reason is because there was a bird flu outbreak. Let me leave that right there. I hope y'all can see that. Let me leave that right there. Big and nice on the screen. See, I've been trying to tell him that. Because at first, somebody caught me out there because one of my headings looked like I was blaming Trump. And then it said, why don't you go look into the bird flu thing? And I was like, ooh, yeah, way before Trump. Way before him. That's right, Jay. Good looking for the 5. I appreciate you. Everybody tapping in right now. Do me a favor. Double tap that screen. Jay was a baller. Jay got that bread together. He was able to put the 5 on the line. I appreciate people like that. But if you ain't got it, all I care about is the double tap on the screen and let you guys know that we here and let everybody else know that we got good content, we got good dialogue, and we got it rocking over here. What else we got over here? What we got? Frank. Let me see what Frank got to say. Frank Vrooman. All these people have to be paid to comment the stuff they're saying. You talking about where's that at? Okay, Michael K. Boston, paranoia. It's a full-on battle down at the border. It is, man. It is. But they got a lot of help. It's a lot of help down there now. California Herod, yes, sir. And if you're from California, I hope you're doing well out there. One of my favorite states. I hope you guys are coming back strong with a great rebound. And I want you guys to do even better than you did before, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I ask this today in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Okay, we're going to keep it going. Michael K. Boston, paranoia. The immigration problem is crazy. It sure is, y'all, ain't it? Young and Nab, she's not getting charged with passing advice. I don't know. Y'all tell me, do you think that she should? Y'all think that she should? Michael K. Boston said, it's very unsafe on the streets. You ain't never lie. Check this out.
Oh, and it's great to have you on this topic
Lawyer.
Because you watch that video and think, shouldn't she be watching for the safety of her constituents? She's actually advising people who broke the law to come into this country to now break the law if and when they are approached or apprehended.
Yeah, I saw that and I found it very, very troubling that a fellow congressperson would say that and then tell people that when there are ICE agents, agents of the law coming in to do their job, that somehow you need to resist and resist and resist. That's not what we do. We're lawmakers. We're not lawbreakers. And so one of the things that I'm looking at now is, look, we also get security clearances and briefings, et cetera. I think now that we're gonna have to take a look at her security level.
They saying that she could be a risk. She could basically be leaking information. So just from her doing that, they got her on the radar right now. She got a spotlight on her right now. So now they're wondering, should we give her access to certain information? Should we allow AOC around? Because she could be somebody that's helping migrants and sending information. Because like you already know, Tom Holman tried to go down to that home down there, and next thing you know, they got a phone call, and a lot of people were warned about ICE is coming. And then now the city council is not even being informed in the city as to what Tom Holman and what Mayor Adams is doing as to their fear of leaks. And because a lot of things can happen when there's a leak. They can set booby traps up. They can have all sorts of people in line that's crazy, that's going to be ready to prepare to go fight against ICE with weapons and stuff like that. So it's a very fickle situation that they're scared of. So that's why they're saying maybe this is a person that we should not let get access to certain information. What do you guys think about that? Elon already got $250 billion an hour, ain't worried about our money. She's basically saying that. That's the Truth Nation. And then we got Charlie. I'm glad he is doing what he is doing. Too many hands in our money. Philip said, AOC, the gift that keeps giving. Good boy. Just because you don't like what she's saying doesn't mean that you can bring charges against her. Y'all don't know the Constitution. She's saying things that are supporting illegal activities, though, and she's in Congress, so she can't do that. So I get what you're saying about the Constitution, and yes, she does have what you call freedom of speech, but when it comes down to her position and what she's doing, she's going to have to probably think about either being a regular citizen when it comes down to exercising freedom of speech. Because when you're in politics and you have a certain position, like they said, you have a certain responsibility of how you're supposed to talk and the way that you're supposed to speak to constituents, because you speak to mass people. And that's why she's using her platform for that. So I get what you're saying. Yes, she does have the right to free speech, but what she's saying is not correct under what her position that she chose to be.
And her security clearance, because could she be using that information also to aid and abet illegal migrants that are trying to evade the law? That's really troubling, and I think she can get herself in hot water with this one.
Absolutely. Then, of course, you've got Sanctuary City, New York City, Mayor Eric Adams announcing today he is going to work with ICE. Let's watch this.
When I sat down with him, I saw the cop in him. And he really does want to do the right thing because he is a cop. He's a lifelong cop. And so he wants to help take public safety threats off the streets in New York, make New York safer. He also wants to help find these missing children.
People want to hijack this narrative and turn it into a political narrative where we're saying we need to have public safety. This has been an issue I was talking about before the election. Spring.
This has been something I've been telling you guys about for the last couple of months. I know him. Go look at my Facebook page. I ain't going to tell you how I know him, but when it come down to that mugger, yeah, give him some money. You'll be all right. How you think Diddy got the key? Allegedly. I don't know. And how you think they got the same lawyer, Alex Spiro? Is anybody following me here? Again, please check my words. No problem with you checking my homework. I like when you check my homework. Alex Spiro, his lawyer. Alex Spiro, Jay-Z lawyer. Huh? You get it now? This is Gotham we in. This is Gotham. He just beat his case. Jay-Z did the PR move. And we got the Joker next. But somebody's fighting for the Joker position real hard in the city of New York. Kathy Hochul, she is giving P. Diddy a run for his money as far as I'm concerned. And we're going to get into that too. So let's keep on going.
Of 2022. You look at these quotes over and over again. We need to go after these dangerous people on our street. And now I have someone that understands that narrative, and we are fighting together to get it done.
This is important too. California Governor Gavin Newsom is now vowing to veto a bill that would block California corrections from cooperating with ICE and Trump migrant policies. So now you've got 180 for these two on these issues. For me, it feels like Tom Homan and his crew have just been very forceful. He's almost forcing people to work with him because they realize if they don't, he's coming anyway.
Yeah, the mayor of the job of a mayor is to protect his or her citizens, and Mayor Adams needs to cooperate with ICE. They're looking for the most dangerous elements here and trying to take them out. That's just going to help.
And he also got to get himself out that case because he's already been federally indicted. Everybody under him is lieutenant. The other people that were in the case with Eric Adams have already been charged. And they still got cases pending. He's the only one that basically was able to get out of it because what? He played nice. He played nice and he gave Trump what he wanted. So now all of the people that have been asking me this question today, we're going to run it. We're going to run it because guess what? The question has been asked. The question has been asked. You guys want to know. I want to know. I've been saying to myself, is this a Tesla Trump? Because he's smart enough to do it. What you talking about, Bugatti? How the hell is that Tesla Trump? Y'all talk about clones all the time. This man can send people to space. He can do a lot. He's a billionaire. He's just like Captain America. He might have the wristband to go in there and take all the information and then upload it to Jarvis. We don't know Elon's capabilities. We don't know. Is he the president? What's going on? You guys are going to get where I'm going with this right after this clip. Because the question that you've been asked, they've already been asked. And Sean Hannity, of all people, has asked the question. So we're going to give them a chance to answer the question themselves. Who is running the United States of America? Who's the president? So this right here should to make you guys understand the bottom line, because everyone's asking the question, who's running the country, right? Let's get to it.
Both aware, you have to be keenly aware that the media and the punditry class, not that, you know, I think you've proven they have no power anymore because they threw everything they had at you and they didn't win. And that was, you know, the New York Times, Washington Post, 3 networks, every late night comedy show, 2 cable channels. They threw everything, lawfare, weaponization.
Sure. Again, guys, I hate to do this, but double tap that screen because he about to talk. We about to get that information from Trump that we want to know who's the president, right? Who's running the show? Sean is asking him. Somebody just put up a tip. We got to get to that tip because people like that, we appreciate. Jay, you probably got some strong horse-looking legs. You stay standing the whole time like you a cashier at Walmart. Yo, Jay, I appreciate you, man, because let me tell you something. Your boy got a little bit of that Arthur. That damn arthritis. That should be kicking my ass. I ain't even gonna lie. That should be hurting like a motherfucker. But you know what I think? I think the reason why this analog thing works with us, y'all want me to be doing this. If I go to StreamYard and just sit there and be clicking and talking, it ain't no fun. I gotta get animated. So yeah. And you know another thing? It take me a little bit to come down after this. I'm in my crib right now, right? Being honest with you guys. It take me a minute to come down after that. I'll be like this after a while, like, yeah, that was a good show. Yeah, we did our damn thing. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm telling you, this is part of my life now. Why you think I'm so into it? And I got the details down packed. We're going to be nice at this, but now we just got to run it up. We got to get those numbers up so people know what we got going on over here. And you guys are my co-hosts because every time I come back and I got some information from y'all, it just makes it even better because I don't know everything that's going on. So again, double tap that screen because Trump is about to tell us who's running the country. And the thing I like about this, and I'm not trying to be long and drawn out, Trump also knows other countries think I'm crazy. They think I'm crazy. So they don't know what I'm going to do. Guess what? Like I always say, sometimes crazy is good. Let me tell you something. Somebody get on the train sometime acting all crazy. Got the white people all scared or whatever like that. You know what I did? I started acting even crazier. Yeah, I'm stupid too. That nigga be looking at me, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? I'm getting the hell out of here. Yeah, nigga. Because crazy need to meet crazy sometime. And when you meet crazy, that's when you want to figure out, I feel like messing around with crazy. Yeah. Sometimes you need to meet crazy with crazy. Real talk. Double tap. He about to let y'all know who the president is because they already know what y'all saying. The question has been asked.
And now I see they want you two to start, they want a divorce. They want you two to start hating each other. And they try, President Elon Musk, for example. You do know that they're doing that to you.
Oh, I see it all the time. They tried it, then they stopped. That wasn't. They have many different things of hatred. Actually, Elon called me. He said, "You know, they're trying to drive us apart." I said, "Absolutely." You know, they said, "We have breaking news. Donald Trump has ceded control of the presidency to Elon Musk. President Musk will be attending a cabinet meeting tonight at 8:00." And I say, "It's just so obvious." They're so bad at it. I used to think they were good at it. They're actually bad at it because if they were good at it, I'd never be president. Because I think nobody in history has ever gotten more bad publicity than me. I could do the greatest things. I get 98% bad publicity.
This man could walk around giving out diamonds. Here, 2 carats, 7 carats. And some bitch only gave me 2 carats. Okay. Sometimes there's nothing that you can do. And what I love about this part right here, we got him. We got him. And they up against the ropes. You already lost. You are not nowhere in the House, the Senate, or your administrative. And now y'all trying to grab for straws, ain't y'all? And y'all feel real stupid. So it's just rhetoric and BS. and just spewing whatever you can to try to shake people up. That's what's going on right now. Double tap that screen, y'all, to let them know we've been rocking since 6 o'clock and we got it in the clip right now. We doing it. That's right.
Do outside of you and a few of your very good friends,
Right.
it's like the craziest thing. But you know what I have learned, Elon? The people are smart. They get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
They
Actually.
get it. They really see what's
See,
happening.
he know y'all
Yes.
smart.
That interview airs next Tuesday at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
All right, Jet.
That was a little bit of the exclusive. Y'all know when it's coming on. And like I always told you, y'all could ask me because I'm going to go look for it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find something that got to do with it. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. Now, y'all, whoo, we got a little bit of money we need to talk about that's been being spent. I know y'all tired of hearing about U.S. aid. Y'all tired of hearing about where the money going to, but sometimes you got to take the castor oil in order to feel better, in order to understand, because out here, what are they saying? Oh, they took the money from U.S. aid, and now the people in this place in Africa ain't going to be able to get food. And y'all want to really know where that money was going? I'm not even going to play around right now because we already got our numbers up. Where we at? Where we at? 97? We going straight down. We going straight down the line now. No more holding back. Right now, we going to really start dumping. We going to put that we're going to put we're going to hit the switch on this clip now. We're going to hit the switch. We got it right now. We got our numbers up. So now, without further ado, where that money been going to from USAID, y'all? Where it's been going to? We're going to find out right now. And some of these places, y'all are not going to believe it. I'm telling you straight up and down. Y'all not going to believe where some of this money was going. But I'm going to tell you right now, Rick Scott going to tell you, he's damn sure about to tell you where that money went.
Americans, and billions more to add charities that have histories of failing to vet their terror-tied partners. The families I represent would agree that's not how they want their tax dollars spent. They'd rather have their tax dollars spent putting Americans 30 to 37. Over the last 4 years, while the population has grown 2%, the federal government has increased spending by 53%. They've added $8 trillion to national debt in 4 years.
Why we keep talking about money, why y'all keep going back and forth, this is boring. We don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about flashing lights. We want to talk about eggs and other stuff. Check this out. If this don't work, we ain't going to be able to make it. This is the most informative part of the bottom line today. I promise you. This right here, I'm telling you right now, is the most important part of the bottom line today when you hear what he's talking about.
Spending by 53%. They've added $8 trillion to national debt in 4 years. This is not sustainable. If nothing changes, our federal government is on track to add $1 trillion to the federal debt every 180 days. The cost of this debt is another massive problem. Right now, more than $1 trillion of money that hardworking Americans pay in taxes each year is just going to pay the interest on the federal debt. That's a waste. So I'm very appreciative of what President Trump's doing and what DOJ is doing to try to find all this waste. They're going agency by agency, one by one, and find out how every single dollar is spent and making sure it's spent in the best interest of the American public. Unfortunately, many Democrats on this committee have expressed outrage. But the outrage is better suited for some of the absurd, wasteful spending they've already uncovered. Let's look at USAID. They provided full funding for al-Qaeda terrorist Anwar al-Awlaki to attend college in Colorado. They gave $310 million to start a Palestinian cement factory, which is used to help Hamas build terror tunnels into Gaza. How can you be this stupid? Another $1.5 million to advance diversity, equity, inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities. How does that help an American? $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. How does that help America? $2.5 million for electric vehicles in Vietnam. How does that help America? A multi-year study from the Middle East Forum uncovered $164 million of approved grants to radical organizations, $122 million going to groups aligned with designated terrorists. How does that help Americans? And billions more to add charities that have histories of failing to vet their terror-tied partners. The families I represent would agree that's not how they want their tax dollars spent. They'd rather have their tax dollars spent putting Americans first or advancing our interests abroad, not funding terrorism against us or allies or funding some fringe globalist agenda.
I don't even know if we need any more after that.
What do you see?
A planet surrounded by stars and
I'll be honest, I don't even know if we need any more after that because those numbers were astonishing. I mean, it's a smack in the face. We got all of this problems we got going on in our own country. And we got politicians that's setting up fake situations in other countries because we don't know what's going on. And then they have a business point, a person over there that they send like a 15% of that money to actually put that fake thing together. And it's just called that for a certain amount of time. Meanwhile, they dole in billions of dollars and just steal the money from us, the American people, which is sad right now. What you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Truth Nation Uncensored. Those same people will tell you Skamala was qualified. We got Charlie. They scared because they got their dirty hands caught in the money. And what happened, Charlie, when you follow the money? You find the people, right? And then you start saying, well, the judge said no. The judge don't want this case to move forward. Guess what? There's a person that's over the judge telling him to do that. How many of you guys believe me? Hey, don't let them get, because they're going to find this money and we're going to have a problem over here. If I get caught, you get caught too. Mike Simbeck said Democrat Congress is screaming for Elon to stop. However, not one Democrat congressman has called Elon a liar. And then we got LPMG and Aaron. How does that help Americans? Soft power, not behind, hated by every other country in the world. That's all the left can say, lies. We got Rainy Reigns that said IRS is next. US aid is small compared to the other department budgets. And you're right, Rainy. And you know what they said, Rainy? They coming for all departments. They've been stealing money. They've been stealing it. And talking about we got debt, national debt, trillions of dollars. Trillions, and we just keep on printing it and borrowing more money. We got to borrow another $1 trillion for all of the money that Joe Biden just gave away. They just caught $20 billion in an account that he had sitting off. Y'all heard about that on yesterday's episode. Y'all got to stay with me. We loaded over here. We don't be playing. Don't be misinformed, and make sure you're paying attention, even when it comes down to your money. Let me ask you a question. Anybody here got savings accounts? Don't tell me how much you got in your savings. I just want to know if you got one. Check this out. There's people after your savings account right now. You know why? Because many of us don't pay attention to it. All we do is put money in our savings and we put some in the checking so we can handle bills and things like that. But our savings, we just expect it to keep growing. When the last time you checked your savings account? Actually see how much money you had in your savings account. I'm asking you this right now because there's a woman that lost her life savings for not checking it out, not looking into her savings account. And when her money was stolen, she didn't report the fraud because she didn't really know when it was stolen. When she did, the bank wasn't even trying to give her money back. So don't let this happen to you. We call out situations like this so that it doesn't repeat itself. People always ask me, why these little stories, Bugatti? Why? So it doesn't happen to any of my hosts and any of my co-hosts. Let's go. Check this out.
NBC5 responds, when was the last time you checked the balance of your savings account? If you haven't looked for a while, your bank may not have your back if there's fraud on your account. This is a lesson one Calumet Heights woman learned the hard way, unfortunately.
That's nice.
And voila. Shocking but true. PJ Randhawa shares the story.
I worked my butt off.
For 18 years, Courtney White was a sergeant with the Markham Police Department, and that's where she got her nickname.
I was the overtime queen at work, so all my overtime money went into my savings for my family.
To help those savings grow, Courtney set up a Chase bank account in 2001 with no debit card and no checks.
I deliberately had my savings account set up where I would have to walk into the bank to make transactions.
And that's what Courtney did every month for years to withdraw money for her son's allowance.
How much money had been in there up until that point? Probably about $100,000, between 80 and 100.
But one day in the fall of 2022, Courtney heard the words many of us dread: insufficient funds. For the first time in months, she checked her account balance.
There were daily withdrawals, probably two to four every day, thousands of dollars.
She learned someone had been impersonating her, withdrawing a total of $87,000 from her Chase account, mostly in person at this Chase branch on 103rd Street. It happened for more than a year.
If you look at all of the withdrawal slips, you can clearly see the difference in the handwriting. So I don't know how they couldn't catch that.
Courtney filed a police report and has filed several fraud claims with Chase Bank since then, but all of them denied. The reason? Chase said she hadn't reported the fraud within 30 days of receiving her statement.
Somebody should recognize that this was an outrageous amount of transactions every day. There should have been some sort of alert. I've never banked like that. And like I said, I've had Chase for 20 years.
NBC5 Response took a closer look at that Chase Bank branch on 103rd. Chicago police records show more than half a dozen Chase customers who used this branch reported unauthorized withdrawals on their accounts within the past few years. The scenarios described, all similar to Courtney's. The data also gave us more insight into what else was happening inside this Chase branch. We found more than a dozen Chase customers reported they were robbed or scammed while using the ATM inside the branch. Also frustrating, when it came to Courtney's case, she said Chase wouldn't provide any surveillance video to show who was making all of those withdrawals.
Another situation is this. I have a Chase account. I live in the state of New York, in the city of New York. If I feel like I want to have some coffee or maybe like something that I have to buy from someone on the street that doesn't have Zelle or Tap, that means I got to do what? I got to use cash, right? And I used to be a superintendent, so I'm outside 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So I need to get some cash. I go to the ATM, and the ATM has a sign on the outside of the door that says, "We have changed our hours for the next couple of months. We have changed our hours." So that means that you cannot go into the ATM at nighttime. You can only get into the ATM at 9 o'clock when the lock unlocks the door. That's automatic lock that's on the Chase door at the ATM. It goes click at 9 o'clock. Then you can go inside to get your money. Let me ask you a damn question. What the hell I got my money in the bank for in an ATM and I can't get my money out that damn bank? I have to go use another ATM somewhere and be surcharged in order to get some monetary, which sucks. What's up with that, Chase? Let me ask you a question. Why you think I only keep bill money in your stupid bank anyway? Because of stuff like this. I pay attention. Let me tell you something, guys. Cash is king. Don't let these people fool you. Get you some gold, get you some guns, and save your money. Because them having it is not even good either. They're investing your money and you're making nothing off of it. Get you some gold, get you some jewelry, get you a safe, and get you some guns to protect your money. Don't all of this tap here, tap there. You know what you're doing? You're tapping your life away because you don't see the physical currency. She wasn't opening her physical mail, as she already said, because we pay attention to words. She wasn't looking at her balance to see what was going on with her savings. Kind of her fault. But that thing about losing all the money like that, they dead wrong for that. Plus, not giving her the access to the video. What's up with that? This could be false. Y'all could just be lying to me. How about prove yourselves innocent? It's a whole lot of questions here. What do you guys think? What's good, G? Adrian, what's up? Frank Vroom. Frank Vrooman. I like your name. It sounds like a car. Yeah, listen to good boy. He's a good boy. You talking to me? Okay. Yes, invest. Somebody said that. Who else we got? We got good boy. Don't take advice from this dummy. Oh, let's get good boy out of here. Thank you, Frank, for calling him out. Appreciate that, Frank. Didn't know we had moderators like that. You don't know how we get down? Yo, Frank was like this. You know what Frank did? He threw the alley-oop up. Your boy Bugatti came and hit the Kobe. Bang! With the Mamba. I got your back, Frank, because you got my back. Good looking. Machiavelli said, yes, yes. What else we got? We got Kendra Walker. I had a Chase account when I lived in New York, too. When I moved, they sent me money that I didn't know about. I don't trust any bank after that. Wow. Charlie, no money is made by fractional reserve in ones or zeros. Change banks. Lisa said change banks. Philip said someone who works there probably put a skimmer on the inside ATM. Wow. That's just a bad bank, said Tone Melly. Frank Vrooman said, hey, is money printed? Yeah, it's all printed, but it ain't got no more gold standard no more because we don't really know what's in Fort Knox. Don't use no bank. Machiavelli, you sound like me. Only thing you got to do is get you some guns and save that bread and make sure somebody come up in there, you got them dogs. And stop letting people touch your dog. All that, oh, he's so nice. He's so cool. What you need to be hearing your friend say is, yo, how come your dog is so crazy? How come he never let me touch him? And then you say, yo, don't touch my dog. Why? Because your friends take money. They're too close to you. Sorry to say it. Most of the time when my crib got robbed or something got stolen, it was somebody close to me. Don't be having people pet your dog. If somebody pet my dog, I don't want the dog no more. I love animals and I love dogs. But when it comes down to my security, if you mess with my dog, he should bite you. Real talk. I need to lock him up when you come in the house. All that frenzy stuff, playing with my dog and all of that. No, that's not what he's here for. I can get a little tiny dog for that. And then when I go somewhere else, I'm bringing the big dog out for when you try to come when I ain't home so he can take a chunk out your butt. 2 people try to rob me like that. Every time I got robbed, my dog wasn't there. Bottom line.
In a statement, a Chase Bank spokesperson told NBC5 Responds it reviewed Ms. White's case from 3 years ago and has not reversed its decision. In response to our questions about all the police reports filed at Courtney's Chase branch, they would only say the safety of our employees and customers is our top priority, and our security team works closely with local law enforcement to monitor and ensure that. But as a result of losing her life savings, Courtney says she had to make the heartbreaking decision to take her son out of private school.
I worked hard for that money. And that's what I did for a living, help people who are victims of crimes, fraud, and here I became.
Talk about somebody that need a GoFundMe. I only got 25,000 subscribers. Man, I swear to God, when I get up there, I'm gonna look out for people like this. That's why I be asking for likes. That's why I try to do it. And that's why I shed light on stories like this. And I don't lie, no reason to. We need to look out for people like this because that's sad. That is terrible.
Victim myself.
Here are some key takeaways. Make it a habit to check the balance on all your bank accounts. Like Chase, your bank may require you to file a fraud claim for suspicious charges within 30 days of receiving your account statement. Set up balance or transaction alerts for your accounts, even the ones you don't use very often. PJ Randhawa, NBC5, Response.
They didn't even want to give her 10,000, 2,000, 5,000, nothing. Because once they say that they're going to give her something, she got a claim against them. That's crazy, man. They didn't want to give her the video footage or nothing. Man, this is bad. This is bad. That hit me right there. I just feel bad for how you guys feel about this. This is terrible. What we got here? We got Christina Shelton Burns. She said she only has checking the cash and the checks and put that money in my hand. That's right. Yeah, checks the cash, put the money in my hand. Yeah, Mad Hatter, you're going to be all right, brother. God bless you. I'm not paying attention to you right now. Sorry. Because my words are backwards over here. When my words are backwards, your words are fine. Kendra Walker, okay, my dogs aren't friendly. They don't need to know. There you go. Real talk. They don't need to know you. Brittany said, good morning. Sorry I'm late. Had a shovel to run. Oh, it's snowing out there? What you got, that snow? Jeremiah Matter, I only use USAA for insurance. Rainy Rain said, yeah, the credit card company's stock been running up. Yeah, History Money and Machiavellian said, become your own bank. Open your own UIL. Yeah, why not? You trust them with your money, you might as well trust yourself. Invest in yourself. But I'm going to tell you who you shouldn't invest in. Right now, the Justice Department is going crazy because of what happened with this guy. Where he at? There you go. Mr. Slick Talker. Mayor Eric Adams. Oh my God, I'm talking about he got New York in a frenzy right now. How can one mayor cause so much controversy? Why? Because New York, we're a sanctuary city. We're also a forecast city. We're like the main city in the world, if you really want to think about it. A lot of people follow us in what we do. So it's a big deal about what happens here. So we got a situation right now with the Justice Department. They're going crazy because almost 7 justices did not want to sign for him to be taken off of he got indicted. So they did not want to take away the indictment from Mayor Adams because too many justices felt like they would be going against their moral cause, which is why they're justices in the first place. But they finally found someone that actually was determined on doing it, and they finally are gonna, take away the charges temporarily until he plays ball. I'm not gonna pull no punches because I've been saying this the whole time. I seen the play, I knew what he was doing, and it actually worked for him. But did it? Because we're not done yet. We still got more in the clip. Is Mayor Adams gonna be free of this? Or I'm gonna give you guys a teaser. Will Kathy Hochul fire him? Fire him. Will Kathy Hochul fire him? Let's go, guys.
After the Trump administration gave orders to drop the corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. So far, at least 7 officials have quit, and Adams is facing increasingly loud calls to step down.
The exodus began yesterday with one of New York's top federal prosecutors, and it's already being dubbed the Thursday Afternoon Massacre, recalling the famous Saturday Night Massacre during the Watergate scandal. William Brangham begins our coverage.
Throughout this entire ordeal, which I think today, New York City Mayor Eric Adams was playing defense. I had to endure for something I didn't do. I didn't do anything wrong, including a PR blitz on Fox News. All the while, the U.S. Department of Justice is in upheaval over the fate of the corruption case it brought against the mayor. Yesterday, 6 DOJ officials resigned after refusing an order from the department in Washington to dismiss the case. Acting U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, Danielle Sassoon, a Republican who clerked for the late Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia, started the exodus. Writing to Trump's new Attorney General, Pam Bondi, Sassoon accused Mayor Adams and officials in the DOJ of what amounted to a quid pro quo, that Adams would aid Trump's immigration enforcement if the DOJ dropped his case. Sassoon excoriated that alleged offer, writing, quote, "It is a breathtaking and dangerous precedent to reward Adams' opportunistic and shifting commitments on immigration and other policy matters with dismissal of a criminal indictment." Yesterday, Mayor Adams met with Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, and sat beside him on Fox News this morning as he denied Sassoon's claims. That's quid pro quo. That's a crime. It took her 3 weeks to report in front of her a criminal action. Come on, this is silly. But then Homan implied that if Adams didn't help with immigration,
He'll be in his office, up his butt, saying, "Where the hell is the agreement we came to?"
Where is the agreement that we came to? So Homan kind of told on him right there. We did come to an agreement, and the agreement is in the writings, and it says, even with what his lawyer's asking, we feel as if it's going to hurt the New York if we get rid of Mayor Adams. We need him to help get rid of illegal immigrants. How many we have? It's so many that we have here. He's essential in doing that. Said nothing in reference to the criminal actions and the indictment that they actually found against him. That's what the problem is. The merits of what the the justices do not want to sign that, because they've really found information that they say they would have been able to indict him with, and he probably would have been able to go to jail. So a lot of them are morally saying that they don't feel right about actually signing them out and signing this dismissal of the charges. They found too much stuff.
Acting U.S. Deputy Attorney General and former Trump lawyer Emil Bovee, who ordered the dismissal, rejected the assertion that there was any quid pro quo. In a response to Sassoon, he wrote that she, quote, lost sight of her oath and should not, quote, interpret the Constitution in a manner inconsistent with the policies of a democratically elected president. Adams had pleaded not guilty last year to federal charges of accepting bribes and illegal campaign contributions from Turkish nationals. Now, a flurry of Democrats are calling on Adams to step down and calling on New York Governor, Democrat Kathy Hochul, to remove him from office, which she'd have the authority to do. For DOJ officials, the so-called Thursday Afternoon Massacre continued today. Hagan Scotton, the line prosecutor who handled the Adams case, quit with a defiant message to Bovee, refusing his motion to dismiss the case. Scotton wrote, "I expect you will eventually find someone who is enough of a fool or enough of a coward to file your motion, but it was never going to be me." Reportedly, Bovee was able to find a DOJ lawyer willing to sign the motion this afternoon. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm William Brangham.
What do you guys think about that? 7 people almost stepped down from their positions. That lets you know that there's something there. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. So if all of those people felt like, you know what, I don't want to sign this thing. I feel like you guys, you're putting me up against the wall. It's against my morals, against what I'm here for. But guess what? Like he said, they found somebody to sign it. Yeah. And what is Kathy Hochul going to do? Because I was surprised yesterday because Letitia James was doing an interview and they said, will you guys get rid of Eric Adams? I didn't even know. I guess it makes sense. I didn't even realize that the governor can fire Eric Adams. She's the governor. So all of this stuff that they're putting together, all of this stuff with Rikers Island, having Tom Hochul come in, the deal with Trump, she can actually mess that whole thing up by firing him. But the only problem is you got to realize who's going to run New York then. She runs it at a governor standpoint. Who's going to step in? So now she's talking about if it's a possibility where they're going to have some conversations with a few people in government to see if there's a possibility where she's going to fire him. So all of this stuff might be taken out by Kathy Hochul, who you see back there in the back, guys. We got to keep her in her right uniform. We must keep her in a clown suit because that's how she performs for the state of New York as a clown.
Ask you about this drama involving Mayor Eric Adams and the corruption charges against him. What we've just seen with the resignation of the U.S. Attorney, the Trump-appointed acting U.S. Attorney,
Again, you guys, if you appreciate the content, let's keep it going. Let's double tap that screen because we're knocking them out the park right now. What you guys think about this? Everyone's opinion is dumb. Pausing eyes, 3 sentences, turn to 1 video, 8-hour shift, go whatever. Go chili, bro. Richard McCullery, yeah, now they're moral. What else we got up here? What else we got? Was the mayor elected? How can she fire him? I don't know New York law. You just watch news, stood up all day, see you on here all the time. Yep, all I do is watch the news and I keep on being informed so we can come here and have this dialogue. JSR2S said, you still watching the same news, bro? That's right. And you ain't been here, so you need to go watch some of our old episodes because you're still bringing up the networks that we work on. We way past that, fam. JS, you're massively late, bro. You really need to go watch old stuff if you're still stuck on what we're watching. You're really late, bro. Really late. I'm sorry for you. Frank Ruman, pardon everybody, just like Biden. Rena Love said he needs to be fired. I would not sign it neither. Who else we got up in here? Everyone's opinion is dumb. So if Adams does work for Trump, he should get pardoned like the Jan 6ers. Well, they're calling it quid pro quo, and that's why they don't want it to happen. They're saying that he's doing it for that. Somebody said, Charlie said, what's the vibe in New York City? Are they feeling Trump? Yes, they are. They're nervous, and I'm going to go downtown today, and I'm going to get some footage. I'm going to go by the Row. I'm going to go by a couple of these places. I might even interview some people. Thanks for asking, since you're interested.
Removal of line prosecutors on that case, the demand from Maine Justice to drop that case, the refusal from SDNY to do it, then the resignation of Maine Justice officials who had the case dumped on them and they wouldn't take it either. This is just an incredible drama in terms of federal law enforcement right now. But you are in a very unusual position, a singular position with regard to this case, which is that thanks to the New York State Constitution and New York City law, you are the only person who has the power to effectively fire Mayor Eric Adams and remove.
So, like she said, Constitution of New York, that was someone's question. How can he be fired if he's been elected? I guess New York has a separate constitution where the governor can fire the mayor.
Move him from this position, which might conceivably moot this whole fight. How are you thinking about that now? You could have done it at any point until now, but now given this crisis that's emerged in federal law enforcement around this case, are you feeling differently about that responsibility?
Let me tell you from a couple of angles here. One is that this is unbelievably unprecedented for the Department of Justice in Washington to interfere in this way. My husband was a 30-year federal prosecutor. Barack Obama made him his United States attorney.
That's not saying
Look
nothing.
at what happened here. This is not supposed to happen in our system of justice. The Bondi administration in that Department of Justice is already showing they're corrupt. Now, set that aside. I did see the letter that was issued by the acting United States attorney. The allegations are extremely concerning and serious.
Yes.
But I cannot, as the governor of this state, have a knee-jerk, politically motivated reaction like a lot of other people are saying right now. I have to do it smart, what's right, and I'm consulting with other leaders in government at this time. We've got to have one sane person in this state who can...
She's trying to claim herself as sane. I'm not letting that slide. I just don't like this lady. I just think that she's running a terrible government. She doesn't know her ass from her elbow, and we need to really get rid of her because under her administration, all of this chaos is happening. And again, doesn't know what she needs to do to try to solve it. You don't put the person like that in a position of such responsibility. And then now they're determining, should they leave Mayor Adams in office just because we need him to take care of illegal immigrants? What about the crimes that he's possibly committed? What about that? You're still going to leave somebody that's a possible criminal as the mayor? Again, we're living in Gotham. This is the Joker right here, and she's fighting for the other position against P. Diddy. Everybody else has already established their positions. So soon we might see different headers going on in the bottom line because these characters are creating themselves.
Cut through all the crap and say, what is my responsibility? Guide me to do. And just as when the allegations came out last September, and the city was in chaos, I said, I will intercede, work with the mayor to get rid of a lot of people who are under indictment, calm it down, bring in a new police chief commissioner who's doing an outstanding job.
No, she's not.
Our subways are safer.
No, she's not. Why are you
People are
lying?
feeling-
The subways are not safer. The police chief is not good. She's scared to go in the train station. She said, I'm scared to go in the train station. I wouldn't take my kid down there. Words that the police commissioner of New York said. We need to get somebody in there that's not scared to go into the train station. And I ride the train all the time. It is not safer down there. People are having outbursts now and yelling and screaming because they know that they're intimidating the rest of the train car. Anybody, whether it's an old lady or whatever like that, they're doing it on purpose now because they know that they're intimidating the rest of the people that's on the train. Don't go for this crap. I'm out here. Don't believe what these people are telling you. They want their numbers to look good in order to impress the numbers, in order to get reelected and crap like that. Don't know an ass from an elbow. I know what I'm talking about. And again, congestive pricing. Just put that in. $9 you got to pay to get into the city at a certain place downtown. To and fro in the city already. We are the highest train station and buses in the state. $2.90 to ride the train. The reason why they don't put the 10 cents, I've been lifing for a long time. The same reason you don't put $2 on something. You put $1.99 to make a person feel like they're getting something. So we don't want to raise the train anymore to over $3 because that'll just be a ridiculous and really slap in the face. Let's go create another toll any block we want because we run the city and we're going to charge people to go across the street up and down the block. How about $9? It's not been working. She need to leave. We do not need this lady as the governor. We have weak police. Everybody's under this DEI crap. And you only got elected because of the DEI situations and people are nervous to mess with somebody that's already in government when they're in a high position. Oh, you ain't going to revote for me? And using their influence while they're at the top. We're not stupid. Thank you.
Better around the city. More people are coming back. I don't want our rebirth to be stopped by this. I have to maintain stability and the chaos and do what's right for the city of New York because as governor, I also represent the city. These are my constituents as well. I'm going to make sure they're protected here. So if this just happened, I need some time to process this and figure out the right approach.
But you are consulting with other leaders, consulting with your advisors and looking anew at this matter.
Of course I am.
Given the recent
Of course I am.
Governor Kathy Hochul of New York.
So again, she can stop everything. She can throw a monkey wrench in it. But if she does, again, you might stop that part of it. But again, the same reason why they're like, well, you know, we may want to just leave him in office because he has been the mayor. He's working with, who we going to just put in there automatically to run this stuff. It's really hard to do that, guys. It's like taking the CEO of Apple and putting somebody else in it. You can't just fire a person that's got so much responsibility. What you guys think about that? Charlie said, I like the emoji. Clean the swamp. Kendra Walker said, facts on the facts. The prices have gone up all over New York as far as traveling to enter the state. Yeah, because she's trying to rip people off. Lamberjack, keep the information coming. This is a good perspective, sir. Thank you. Chrisippi, congestion prices, law of supply and demand. Oh yeah, go ahead. You must not live in the city, and you might. If you do, you're a migrant from another city. You're not a native. You don't understand the land. So that's why all the restaurants ain't making no money right now because nobody want to come into the city. So the way that she's thinking that, oh, we got all these cars coming in the city. Let me put another toll on them because we're going to make a lot of money. Guess what happened? People stopped driving in. So that didn't work. So now you got less people coming into the city and now we're losing money. So genius, talk to me about that part. Tim Harsh, hey yo, good morning, my guy. Glad to see you don't buy her BS. Hell no, I can't stand that lady. She can get the hell up out of here. She can kick a rock for a block with a sock on her foot. That's it. Let it scrape the ground while she's trying to kick the rock. Chrisippi, nah, congestion pricing is low, whatever, supply and demand. We got all Bathman. So glad to see Trump wiping the floor. Chrisippi said Trump cleaning house, baby. That's right, y'all. We gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going because now we're gonna talk about that white stuff. Gotta talk about that. Cocaina. I could say that. I could say cocaina. I could say that. Yes, I can. Anybody know anything about the cocaina of the sea? Anybody know about the cocaina of the sea? I'm asking a question. Of the sea, yes, like under the ocean, under the sea, they got cocaine, and no, it's not free. Yeah, it's cocaine under the sea, but it comes in a different form. It's actually a fish. Let me just let you guys see what's going on. They use this fish the same way they use fentanyl. So there's a certain fish that cartels are now transporting. They've been doing it for a number of years. It has something in it that's like a real drug or something about what it keeps inside of its gut that has such potency that like just one touch of it, you're just gonna be like in euphoria. So this fish has been sought after and they're trying to get it into the country in many ways. Check this out. This is something that I never even knew about, but it's called, like I said, the cocaina of the sea. That's what they call it. And I'm not talking about smuggling cocaina on the boat. I'm talking about cocaina of the sea. Let's get into it.
The international drug trade taking a different route. Mexican cartels and Chinese criminal networks using Canadian ports to smuggle an endangered fish known as the cocaine of the sea, which is used to produce the deadly drug fentanyl. News Nation's Jorge Ventura joins us live. Jorge, what more are you learning?
Nicole, this is a shocking report. This is a memo now coming from the Canada Border Service Agency. It was first obtained by Radio Canada, but it is revealing a criminal network involving Chinese and Mexican nationals called the Dragon Cartel, specializing in the trafficking of totoaba fish in exchange for chemical precursors needed to produce fentanyl in Mexico. Now, totoaba is a unique fish that is an endangered species in the Gulf of California. Cartels in Mexico discovered that there is a demand in the black market in Asia for totoaba for its bladder. Now, according to Canadian officials, 1 kilogram of totoaba bladder is worth $80,000 on the black market. It is even nicknamed the cocaine of the sea. Now,
man, we in the wrong business. Get us some boats and we out. Who want to go fishing, y'all? Y'all want to go fishing and sell some fish?
totoaba swim bladders are sold on the Chinese black market and are used for traditional cuisine, medicine, and even cosmetics. And according to the memo, Western ports are a target for the exchange of these illicit goods. It's particularly the port of Vancouver that is the most vulnerable for this type of criminal activity because of its connection to the West Coast ports of Manzanillo and Los Angeles to the Asian and European markets. Experts say that Canadian authorities are currently facing an uphill battle cracking down on the totoaba trade because of the huge amount of cargo passing through the ports of Vancouver, combined with the difficulty of identifying illegally traded bladders amid other legal fish products. Totoaba swim bladders are often smuggled alongside frozen fish and squid, and while often transported in coolers and backpacks, criminal networks are now expanding their methods to include smuggling them in gasoline tank, spare tires, or hidden vehicle compartments. Experts say that right now officials just do not have the infrastructure to track down this totoaba. What's also alarming is experts also say that the amount of fentanyl going through the ports of Vancouver, while some of it will stay in Canada, the majority is still making it to Mexico, Nicole.
Wow, $80,000 for a kilogram. My goodness. All right, Jorge, thank you.
That's funny. Hey, Amy, we know that you probably was messing around before because you were stuck on that number. I don't know. You kind of cute over there, Amy, but I don't know. You might like a little bit of the toot toot here and there sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if Amy like a little bit of the toot toot. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Toot toot. Y'all know what I mean? So how many of y'all ready to go get a boat and go fishing? BTK said, man, or who said they ready to go? Who said they ready to go fishing, y'all? Who ready to go? We going fishing. Yeah, we going fishing. He said, BTK said, how do you spell that fish name? He trying to do some research. It's IDGAF, bro. I'm on the same time as you. Great job. Kudos to you. I'm subscribed. Appreciate you guys. Concerned citizen said Musk needs to go back to South Africa. Okay, send him back. He got the bread to do it. He definitely got the bread to do it. Who said that? Batty Lynn said you can keep your boat. You about to jump in the water and look for them fish, right? Let me grab mine's galoshes, right? Let me grab my galoshes. $80,000 for the guts of a fish? Man, listen. Be out there like this. Like a Bugatti, he don't do the bottom line no more. He's a fisherman. Trust the Gordons, fisherman. I'll be out there like one of them what they call them, the guys the ones that go the crab fishing guys with the rock music. I'll be out there right there wishing with my galoshes on, y'all. Y'all already know what it is. And Trump, he calls this next guy a really good salesman. Who does Trump call a great salesman? You guys know who I'm talking about. Every time he came to the United States, he left with a couple of $1 billion. Who we talking about? This guy calls him the best salesman ever. That's right, y'all. That's right. Vladimir Zelensky went to NBC News, and there's a low chance of survival. There's a low chance of survival without the military and the U.S. aid. They're basically trying to say he needs more money in order to keep the war going. And as you know, he's trying to end the war and also trying to stop spending. So the smartest thing to do instead of giving them money would be what? End the war. Because we can't fund wars anymore. It's time for the Annex War to be over. So without any further ado, we got Zelensky. He has some information and updates on why they need more monetary in Ukraine because they got critical things going on right now. Check this out.
Chernobyl nuclear plant. UN inspectors say no sign of a radiation release. But Russia's attacks and ongoing... Overnight, a Russian drone striking the Chernobyl nuclear plant. UN inspectors say no sign of a radiation release. But Russia's attacks an ongoing reminder of the war's toll on Ukraine, as world leaders gathered in Munich about peace talks to end the conflict. Ukraine's President Zelensky meeting with Vice President Vance and Secretary of State Rubio.
We want the war to come to a close. We want the killing to stop, but we want to achieve a durable, lasting peace.
But after President Trump said this week Russian President Putin told him he wants peace, Zelensky said he told President Trump Putin is lying.
I said to him that he is a liar.
Allied leaders stunned by mixed messages from the U.S. this week. And so are multiple members of Congress here talking to NBC News from both parties, pointing to the president suggesting a summit with Putin without Ukraine. Zelensky today saying,
I will meet with Russians, with only one Russian guy, with Putin.
And critics point to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth on Wednesday, ruling out Ukraine ever getting into NATO, taking a key negotiating chip off the table before talks even start.
The United States does not believe that NATO membership for Ukraine is a realistic outcome of a negotiated settlement.
Prompting a rare rebuke from the Republican Armed Services Chairman Roger Wicker, calling it a rookie mistake. Zelensky today saying the U.S. has always resisted NATO membership for Ukraine.
United States, they never saw us in NATO. They just spoke about it. But they really didn't want us in NATO. It's true.
Zelensky also complaining about being pressured in Kyiv by Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent to sign a contract giving the U.S. future rights to Ukraine's rare earth minerals to compensate for U.S. military aid.
I said that our lawyers will learn it and then with some advices, some changes, will come back.
Tonight, Zelensky with NBC's Kristen Welker.
Can Ukraine survive without U.S. military support?
Probably it will be very, very, very difficult. And of course, in all the difficult situations, you have a chance, but we will have low chance.
So I don't want to keep going into that because of what it is. And I love you. You got to remember, this man is an actor. You got to remember, before he was the president, he was an actor. So you guys have to really understand that we're in dire need of monetary in order to sustain. Yeah, he's good at that. And I'm not saying that he's not supposed to be. Maybe it's not an act. United States just can't take anymore. We can't keep on helping everybody. We cannot be funding wars. And that's basically what it is, my opinion. And I hope that they can get over this. And from what I'm seeing, they're saying that they want mineral rights for Ukraine in compensation in the future for when the war is over. The United States is looking at it like, can we get the mineral rights for this place and that? Because we funded you guys' war. We helped you out. So he's like, oh, I don't know about that. Maybe for a little while, but I don't know about that. So there's a lot of back and forth, there's a lot. And then he says, oh, United States never wanted us in NATO, but you asking for United States to keep on giving you money, weapons, tanks, and assistance. Which one is it, man? It's a lot going on right now. We need to really focus on where we're at and take care of home first. Just like you guys are saying, we need to take care of ourselves first. Because just like in an airplane, when that mask come down, they tell you to cover your face. Why do they tell you that? Because if you're not alive, you can't help the person next to you. Worry about yourself first, your own family, and then it goes out from there. And that actually makes the world better. The better we are at our homes and taking care of our own and our family and teaching our young, the better they are when they go out into the world to perform for us. And with that being said, it's been a fantastic morning. We knocked it out the park. We killing it. We doing our thing over here, you guys. Appreciate you for coming in. And if you like the content, you should go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Maybe watch another video or something, because we got a lot going on. And today, there is a $350 survey in the description. So I don't ask you guys for money, but I make sure y'all got money, don't I? Ain't that funny? I don't be getting no tips. I don't get no snaps on the petrol. Don't nobody give me $2 or whatever. We got a couple of bucks today. It's all good. But I always make sure that I leave a survey in that description, and I make sure it's a decent amount. Because I get it, little money adds up, but you'd rather go get $350, $500. You'd rather make more money. So if you want to try to make some money online, make some money with me. Go look in the description, check out the survey, fill it out. It's already been vetted. There's different surveys about different stuff. If you guys make some money off of it, let me know which survey you did and how much money you made. I'd like to make a wall of winners. Also, if you got any events coming up, let me know about them. I'm gonna post it up on the main on the post wall, so everybody that comes here, they can see it. We like to have community here. It's not just about the bottom line. We got videos. I be rapping. I got a new dance video of me dancing to Heavy D up in here. It's not just about live. Come be a part of the lifestyle. Hang around. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always told you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So till tomorrow, y'all know what it is.